Hello, my name is Josh, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to disassemble and reassemble my Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380 pistol. Knowing how to do this is a pretty basic facet of responsible gun ownership, safety, and use. This particular pistol is my everyday carry weapon that I've owned and carried for about 5 years. In that time, I've taught myself how to disassemble, clean, and reassemble my weapon properly using the standard instruction manual that came with it. Now, if you don't have these, or if you purchase this from, say, a pawn shop or something and you don't have the instructions, it's a pretty basic download off of the Smith & Wesson website for free. Along with the instruction manual, I have many years of experience in the use and maintenance of firearms, being around them my entire life, including a 6-year stint in a combat unit in the Army. It's important to remember that you should always treat any firearm as if it is loaded, even if you know it's not. I put emphasis on this because this is how accidents happen, and a lot of shooting deaths happen in the United States because of this exact problem. You should never ever point the barrel of the firearm at anyone or yourself, and always keep your finger off of the trigger unless you intend to fire the weapon. First, to start the disassembly process, you must unload the pistol. You do this by depressing the magazine release here and removing the magazine from the magazine well. You then place the safety lever into the lowered fire position, located here. You grasp the slide assembly here, and then you're going to draw it fully rearward. And when you do, you're going to lock the slide open by using the slide lock and depressing it up, located here. Next, you will remove the slide assembly by rotating the takedown lever, located here, clockwise, and pulling it out of the frame of the pistol. Now, when you do this, this might take a little bit of work, because this takedown lever, although small, is what keeps the slide from coming off of the frame of the pistol when you fire it. So it's pretty important. You will then pull the slide backwards, releasing the slide release, and allow it to come forward while maintaining control of it. It will, with guidance, come completely off of the frame by pulling it completely straight out. Next, you pull the retaining spring and rod towards the front of the slide assembly and simply pull it out. Now, the last step of disassembly is simply removing the barrel. At this point in the disassembly process, you would normally clean your weapon or go deeper into the disassembly process, but for the sake of this video, this is it, and we're going to stop, and we're going to reassemble the weapon. And to do this, you simply reverse the steps that we've already gone through. So you take your slide and you replace the barrel into the slide. Followed by this recoil spring. Now, by following the guide rails located on the frame of the pistol right here and the cutouts located on the slide, you'll start out at the front of the frame and push the slide back onto the frame. You'll pull the slide all the way back like this and lock it in place by pushing up on the slide lock lever located here. Now, before we go any further, you need to make sure that the barrel here is fully forward and protruding from the front of the slide, and it should reach the front of the frame. If you don't do this, when you try to put the pin back in that holds the slide on the frame of the pistol, it's not going to work. So all you do is you just grab it and you pull. You'll then reinsert the takedown lever into the frame by pushing it into the hole and rotating it counterclockwise while you push in. And just like when you take it out, this is going to take a little work, but when you hear a final loud pop, that means it's properly seated. Next, we're going to complete the slide assembly by pulling the slide back until the slide lock disengages here. You'll hear it by the click, and allowing the slide to move forward into the closed position. You're then going to reinsert the magazine into the magazine well. You want to make sure that it's properly seated, because if you don't, you're going to lose your rounds. And you do this by giving it a good slap and then give it a little wiggle to make sure it's not going to come out on its own. Now you complete your reassembly process by placing the safety lever in the upwards safe position. So, in conclusion, knowing how to disassemble and reassemble your Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard 380 pistol or any other firearm that you own will allow you to properly clean and care for it. Now this will ensure that if you need it when the time comes, it will function properly. Thank you.